Yo. How we doing today? I haven't set anything up. I am getting everything. Just gonna do a nice quick best ball draft for the homies. We're not gonna do anything fancy. We're just gonna do a nice little best ball milli maker on DraftKings. Go ahead, jump in. As soon as I can get to it, I am Iron Man. I hit enter, has not done anything. There it goes. I guess I hit it twice. I do not want to use my crowns. I'm taking those up for a PlayStation. I am 12 of 12. Sorry for anybody that tried to jump in with me. I apologize. I was 12 of 12. Share screen. Jump in. I was going to go back to cleaning and packing as soon as I am completed this. I have something in my pocket. Get good. Good. So Monarch 11. I'm always curious, like if you Mad Bro, Be More, JTech, Skull Crusher, Tivers, Ben Wib, Jay Lewis, Luke Lauren, Will P, 2150. I don't know anybody. Skull Crusher, I think, just won a big thing on baseball. Or maybe it was golf. I don't really remember. I feel like I saw his name in on the X. I hit X. We got regular football happening tomorrow. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Oh. Are they doing it right now? They started 1 hour ago. The RPS boys did a 5-5-5 draft. Curious. I want to make this big. They had, who's in this? M Sauce is in all of those. Draft Sheet is in all of those. Shady Advice, Big T, JSU. Yeah. The usual suspects in those drafts. Caught myself out of those ones. Oop, I do notifications. Halfway through BBM, Jeffrey D liked your post and he reposted my post. I don't know if that is, he doesn't actually like any of my stuff because he's not even following me. So I don't know if he, He's got a lot of people hanging out in trees though on his profile picture. But thanks for liking it. Joshua Palmer Truthers, maybe he does like it. What up, Jose? Hola. Oh man. Had a meeting with the boss today. It went well. So need any Taco Bell? My wife asked. Looks like we're getting Taco Bell here in a little bit. Thought I'd just ate chicken wings. I'm not gonna complain. Wife wants to feed me food. I'll eat it. Got to clean the bunny cage tomorrow morning. Finally back home. Let's go. They just put out another $3 tournament, Jose. And they put out another tournament. They put out another $5 or $15 single entry. If you want to wait for me to do that, we'll probably do that next week on stream. One of the days that we're probably Wednesday. We'll probably do that Thursday. Maybe we'll do a single entry on Thursday. And then we'll do the $3 on Tuesday. 79,000, I don't think it'll fill by then. Those typically fill a bit faster, but I don't think it'll fill by that day. ASB could make it to me to 10. Nope. Looks like we're looking at Puka or Brees. So I kind of made a decision on my drafts. I'll wait on and draft with you. Awesome. We'll take Brees Hall's fall here. On DraftKings, I'm using my ranks for the first round, right? On Underdog, I'm just strictly whatever they give me on Underdog is what I get. So if I get 100% chase on underdog, I get 100% chase. Obviously, I'm not. I've gotten a pretty good dividend amount, a nice amount of each player. We're gonna get something nice here. We're gonna get something nice here. Come on, give me Gibbs. Give me Gibbs. Hey, you need to be quiet.
Okay.
Or else you got to go to your room. They give me London. That's okay. That's okay. Well, we could go double. He's by week 12. This is 14, and then we can make this a small running back room with Najee Harris. I've been thinking more and more lately about my teams. I do in fact like my heavier RB early teams and my versus my 0 RB teams. Not that my 0 RB teams are bad, but they were better earlier. And I think the time for those teams are kind of running out. I think you can do 0 RB whenever because you'll like find out later what the potential possibilities are of like who's the second running back. But to do 0 RB and get the number 1, those days are kind of over. So now if you're going to do 0 RB, you're going to try to have to predict what the camp battles are. So I think you need to adjust the way you draft through the draft season. And like earlier, like in the draft season, I would go more like elite quarterbacks because we know who they are going to be. You know, like there's not really much going to change in that realm. To like I was going 0 wide receiver in the big board and just loading up on these, guys. Like I got a bunch of Chase Brown. I had a bunch of Devin Singletary in the 120s, both of them in the 120s. Now they're both going to pick 100. It doesn't sound like a lot, but that puts them in a whole different tier. And then when you get those in a different tier, like you're drafting between, like now, like in that same range, you're drafting between Marshawn Lloyd and like not Lloyd now anymore. He's fallen too, but like players I don't really care to draft. Like I like Blake Corum as a Michigan man fan, and as much as I played him in college football DFS. But I don't think he has unless there is a Kyron injury, which is very possible. I don't see him getting like a huge workload right off the rip. So I don't like to play that way. This guy's going to get mad because I think he's trying to set up a huge, like, last year, almost was the St. Louis Rams. I'm from St. Louis. A huge Ram stack. ETN going in the third round is kind of ridiculous. I understand he was probably a top 5 running back, and I think he was even on my $20,000 winning team. I don't think that's the route that they're trying to go. I feel that they're still trying to make Tank Bigsby a thing. I still think they're trying to make this a 60-40 passing to running option at least. And I think I feel like they're trying everything. They're going out of their way to not make him the featured back. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. La di da di dee 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 dee. Bam bam boom 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 ba da di da dee 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 dee. I mean, we'll take Kelsey here. Yes, please. We're taking a lot of fallers. We're going with a 0 RB team or 0 wide receiver team, the opposite of what I normally go. So we're going to snag Mahomes a little early, or 1 pick early. I mean, unless he goes, but that'd be weird, right? Dum, 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 la da da dee dee dee. He might take McBride. He took Mahomes. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. How would you do that? I'm kidding. Do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. I might just grab Josh Allen. Unless this guy grabs Josh Allen, I don't see why not. The way this lobby's going, I might get Kincaid and just hit the double tight end early. Why not? I get a nice week 17 matchup there. You know we're getting Najee, so we're gonna have a week 17 matchup there. We're probably getting Hyatt, so we're gonna have a week 17 matchup there. See, may not look the prettiest, but it might not be that bad. Nathan Dean, what up, brother? Wish I could have jumped in with you tonight. Next time, for sure. Yeah, I jumped in pretty quickly. I got to get back to cleaning and packing. We're going to Myrtle Beach tomorrow, so. Felix, nobody wants us to have us a Lamar Andrews or Mahomes Kelsey. I know that was kind of silly because he kind of doesn't really. I mean, he kind of goes one pick after where I go, and I'm ruining the Dalton Kincaid, Josh Allen team. It's okay. I'm okay with it. It's okay. I can get Shakir later. Mac Hollins is kind of popping off in the news. I don't think he is actually doing anything. I should actually look at the 32 Beat Writers page. I was trying to be productive at work today, so I didn't exactly pay attention to all the stuff that happened today. Jim Bob Cooter talks about Alec Pierce. Wide receiver new shows, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's that white guy was. Ricky Pearsall looks like looks pretty fly for a white guy. I will say that. He's pretty fly for a white guy. Dude, I'd like to throw him the ball too. He's gonna be something one day. I don't know if he's gonna do it this year, but he's gonna be doing some work. I have a feeling. He looks good out there. He looks like he belongs. Brendan Rice is somebody that I've had a lot of conviction on. Brendan Rice, and it's starting to look like it might be one of the guys. Bada bada bum 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 bum. I love taking Lamar Andrews at the 4-5 turn. I have like probably 7 shares of CMC, and I think they are all tagged with Lamar Andrews. So if that combo is bad, all my 1 shares are going to be bad. That's okay. I'm okay with. I'll happily die on that hill. That's a good selection because who knows what these guys are going to do next to me. We're going to go bully tight end unless Jalen Hurts takes them, which he might. It makes complete sense if he does. I'm not going to fault him. Then we'll grab Kyle Pitts because I want a tight end here. No, I don't. I don't want a tight end here. What am I talking about? I already have a good tight end. But if I wanted to get that correlated pick. And he's next up, and this guy's taking forever. Make a selection. Oh, Kamara. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna go bully tight end. We're gonna go ahead and say we're done at tight end, obviously. I like this zero RB team. This might even be a 1 quarterback team. I don't care. La da da dee 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 dee. We're going to go with Chris Godwin. A couple picks before ADP, but I'm kind of out on Keenan Allen. And now that I kind of see Rome kind of killing it, I'm like, well, I don't know. Rome might take that job just outright by week 3. I mean, it was a top 10 pick. I don't know. I don't know how I feel exactly about that one, but like the way he's been playing, it has got me a little nervous that I'm a little underweight on Rome Odunze. No worries, man. I got 50 more drafts to go to max to 1.5 million. Yeah, I'm at 112 or 113. So I have a little over 30 some odd to go. Or like little 37, 38 more to go. So I'm trying to be patient because I'm doing, if we don't hit the magic number of 400 subs, we're going to do just 2 10-hour streams, like one 10, the next day 10. Because then I'm going on another small vacay to my sister's house and over at the beach for her Kinsley's birthday, for my niece's birthday, and my mom's birthday. So, but we will be doing 2 10-hour drafts unless we get the magic number of 400 subscribers. So if you want to see me do a 25-hour draft, please hit the sub button, hit the like button. I don't know what else. Go to my Patreon, hit support the cause, $5. Because if I get enough Patreon subscribers where I could like pay somebody as well, like monthly, that'd be nice. Then I can like split the work, have a co-host. I'll go live these couple days. You can go live those days, or we can do it together. Blah blah blah. That way, it's like if I can't do it one day, he can jump in, or she, whoever wants to do it. But I need to make more than 5. Wait, we're at 5 or 6. We're at 6 subscribers on Patreon. We need to probably hit. Well, I don't know what a valuable rate a pay would be, but I need to find somebody that I can trust and I get along with. Oh, my face is in the way. So Christian Watson, Kyler Murray. I'm a little nervous that I may not get Najee, but that's okay. 7th round is for Najee. I did not get him in one draft I did earlier today. He went 1 or 2 picks before me, and it's like, and I was getting roasted like, well, how much are you reaching to get him? I'm like, I'm taking him in the 7th round. It's not like it's an overreach. I usually get him like 5 to 6 picks before his ADP, but so I'm not like really reaching on him. And like his ADP on Underdog is 83. His ADP on DraftKings is like 90. So I'm reaching a little bit more on DraftKings. But if you really think about it, if he's going in 83 on UD, I don't see much of the difference of the play style / the player that he doesn't need to be going in that range. Oh man, I got into some argument. Some guy was telling me I was being irresponsible. I was like, I think you're being irresponsible by just playing your hand even across the board. If you just play it even across the board, how are you expecting to make any money? Like if you have 0 stance, you're not, you're going to get the 8% or 16% to get into the playoffs. So if you're barely getting into the playoffs, so now you've gotten into the playoffs and you have all these scattered teams, right? Say you got like 8 to 16% of all these different kind of teams. The next round, you might have 0. You might have 1. But that's about it. And then you have to rely on that one team to get into the finals. And that one team that gets into the finals, it's not a game I like to play. I am an advanced rate bro. I do not like to take those kind of chances. If I'm going to get into the playoffs, and my goal is to get as many as I can into the playoffs, because nobody knows exactly how the playoffs are going to play out, right? So if you're going to play one specific way, and Charlie, what? Quiet, Bubba. If you're going to play it one specific way, you got to like think about the advance, how that team's going to advance through the playoffs and how it's going to win week 17. And if you can get a core through, in my head, that's the best way to do it. Not have one player with this guy and one player with that guy. I have all these combinations of everybody with everybody, but you can't do everybody with everybody. That's the thing. See, I'm going to have the most combinations of Najee Harris with this trio of running backs, or with this. Nobody, I can guarantee you, there might be 0 teams with this exact build right now. Speaking of being under the weight on Ramadunze, I don't think JSN makes it back to me, and I think he has a blow-up season. So we're gonna take the risk on JSN here, and we're gonna take one more quarterback. I think it might even be a cheap quarterback, just for the buy, just in case we don't get through. This is a unique team that I've ever built, but it seems like fun. I like the rookies, don't get me wrong, and I think I could get solid performances from them late in the season. But I think I need players like JSN's not like he's going to be on the field, right? He's got the same upside as those other two, but I also think he has more upside for earlier in the season, which those other guys like Brian Thomas Jr. has to beat out Gabe, has to beat them out and like outperform Evan Ingram. If I felt comfortable on my wide receiver position, I wouldn't mind adding him on because he has the upside to a week-to-week basis to be there, but I can't really risk it on this team because we're really far behind on wide receiver. So I left my son awake. He's trying to become the next great Fortnite player. So I'm going to let him practice and get his battle pass done. So if you hear some clicking, some let's go, that's my beautiful son. Maybe we should have done his draft today, but we'll do that maybe sometime next week or the week after if he wants to. His team actually didn't end up being too bad last year. As I say, it's just a guessing game. I gave him the build, but I didn't let him. I let him choose the players. I wish there was a way to check on how many players have had this start or have gone this route, a 3-2-2 with like these guys. Honestly, had he just gotten me Mahomes, this team would look a little bit more normal. It would have had a 1-3-3-1, and I would have had a wide receiver here. It would have been Calvin Ridley most likely, or it actually might have been Hollywood Brown for the double correlated pick with Mahomes. A lot of running backs coming off the board right here. What we got left? Brian Thomas just goes off the board. Okay, so we're going to take Palmer. If he takes Singletary, he takes Singletary. If he comes back to me, we're going to take Singletary, and then we're just going to uncheck all of them, and we're just going to have wide receivers on the board. Boom, 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 body, body, bum, 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 bum. Oh, Singletary does go. Does Herbert make it back to me? 125. 10. 132. So technically he doesn't make it back to me. Let's take Herbert here. I was going to go Javonte, but he took Javonte. So we're going to go Herbert here just because it's a big reach, but I got Palmer, so it's correlated. We're going to grab that. We're going to check wide receiver. We're going to grab a last round running back. I don't care who it is, but that's what the build's going to be. We're going to grab one more running back, and that's going to be the build there. But we're going to grab 8 more wide receivers. So we're going to have – it's got to be more than that, right? Or maybe it's not. I don't really know math. So it's 2, 5, 10, 9 more wide receivers. So we're going to have 12 wide receivers. And we're going to have a 2, 4, 11. Oh, that's not right. 2, 4, so that's 6. 8, and 2, 4, 12 build. Almost because it said 2, 4, 11, but it's not right. 2, 4, 12, 2 build is what we're going to go with. And we're going to draft our last pick as a running back. So whatever's left is what we'll go with. But they all have different buys currently. So if this running back is the running back crew that you do need, then we are good to go.
I just need a chocolate.
I was watching the Fanspeak people. They always killing it, man. I love their production. Love Megan. Love her brother Steve. They're always doing a good job over there. Oh, message. 10 minutes ago. Yeah, dude, I'll let you know, Dylan. It'll be Monday. I don't know if you're still here, but I'll message you. It'll be Monday around 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Notifications. Brendan also liked this. Liked my halfway through BBM. Brendan. Boatman Brendan. Joined July 2011. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, he grabbed Gabe Davis. Good pick, good pick, good pick. La da 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 da. Chop it up, load it up. Rashid Shaheed, welcome to the squad, baby. We get Jacoby too? We get Jacoby too? We get Jacoby? I don't care if who we get at this point. It's going to be nothing but high flyers. I'm excited for this team a little bit. As long as they don't get injured, I'm not mad at it. We got Chris Godwin, right? PPR machine. JSN. I mean, if one of DK or Tyler Lockett gets hurt, PPR machine. Joshua Palmer. I mean, he's the current number one for the Los Angeles Chargers. Kelsey, Kincaid, studs. Najee, stud. Justin Herbert, stud. Shaheed. Oh, give me Jacoby. Give me Jacoby, eh? 12 picks past ADP? Yes, please. Yes, please. So we got 5 wide receivers on this 0 wide receiver build so far. And it has been Chris Godwin, JSN, Joshua Palmer, Rashid Shaheed, and Jacoby Myers. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad. It's a pretty fun wide receiver group. I was hoping Jahan Dotson would fall back because he has fallen in some drafts. He has been getting some hype in the training camp world. So I'm not surprised he went. This guy out of the 8 holes got a pretty fun team. He got Garrett Wilson, and then he got a Week 17 matchup, which, lucky for him that Devin A. Chain and Kyron went early second round, and so he got Marvin Harrison in the second round, and then Cooper Kupp fell all the way back to him in the third. Pacheco falling there. Yeah, this guy's got a really good team, actually. And you got Jaden. This is who we're competing against right now. Ben Wibb right here. That's a good team. That is a very good team. Oh, and you got Jahan Dotson. That makes sense. La da da dee 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 dee. So yeah, I'm at 80 or no, I'm at 79. I got the 75 yesterday. I am at 79 BBM drafts. So we're chugging along. We're gonna do one more rep, when I'm in bed, getting ready to sleep. I want to jump in one, and yeah, we're chugging along, boys. We're chugging along. We got 30 some odd days of drafting. So I'm technically behind on having more. I guess I'm right on schedule for doing one a day on DraftKings, but I'm taking the next 3 days off because I'm going to Myrtle with my son for his birthday stuff. And then we're just going to do one a day. Or we're going to do, the ones on stream. And then if we hit 400, we're going to do a 25-hour stream where we finish up both tournaments and whatnot. So if you guys hit 400 subs on our get me to 400 subs, we are going to get 5 extra hours of content on between those 2 days. And if not, you get 2 10-hour days of this content / I'll probably throw some other stuff up on here. Yeah. Do 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 boom 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 ba da 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 dee 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 do. No. Gino. It is my go. Joshua Downs went. Shucks. Adam Thielen there. That is a nice floor play. Again, 12 picks past ADP. We'll take it. Quentin Johnson goes right at ADP. I got him at 190 earlier today. I'm not mad about that one. We're going to grab Ray Davis here. Pretty much get our like a little Buffalo full stack. We'll probably finish with a Mac Hollins we'll probably get. Is there a way to check Buffalo yet on here? No. Nope. Thanks. God, my wife is so beautiful. G Farrar, how we doing, man? How you doing today? Were you just in the fan speak chat or draft? I could be wrong. Also, I was just on before I got on. Okay, I thought I saw your name in the draft. We'll have to do that right here.
I'm leaving.
You're leaving?
Yeah.
You don't hang out with your son?
Yeah, I'm all weekend.
What? He's probably pretty excited he gets to play right now. Thank you, gorgeous. My beautiful wife, who loves me so. All right. Oh man, Jermaine Burton goes. That's okay. Might take I don't know if I want to take a Roman Wilson that's injured. Let's see here. We're only taking wide receivers from here on out. I have to, before I leave, I'm going to adjust the ranks and put it on. I probably won't do it. If you guys have my ranks and you want to adjust it yourself, please just move Roman Wilson down like 20 picks. Move him to 194 until we know the actual severity and shit that he's going through. So we have a couple floor guys. We got some upside guys at wide receiver. He definitely needs more upside. Charlie. I think we get some late season Pearsall. That'd be nice. Draft the Whites. Draft Pearsall. Get Luke out here. I'm trying to think of all the white guys. I think that's it. There are no white receivers. Where's what's his name from New Orleans? Tipton, Mason Tipton. Man, why hasn't Hunter Renfrow signed anywhere? I looked at his thing. He's not like he's like retired or anything. He looks like he's just waiting for his next opportunity. La da da dee dee dee. La da 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 dee dee. Let's get Pearsall. Go the high upside rookie stuff. I'm hoping. I don't think that he will be here, but if Corley or Mims or Franklin are here at my next picks, not this one, but the next one, that would be ideal. I think this one we're going to go with Michael Wilson. I still believe in his talent.
You shoot him.
And I still think he can do great things. But with that great power comes great responsibility. Show 35 posts. Is there anything going on there?
No, it's like,
Sour grapes, fruit riot. Those are pretty good. We eat those at the house ourselves. Russell Wilson going at 183. Interesting. Even with him being semi-injured and interesting. Sam Darnold. Hold up. We need to check the board. What's going on at quarterback? 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. We ain't at 32 quarterbacks yet. So 2, 4, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17, 20, 22, 22, 24, 27, 29. I guess we're getting close to the end of starting quarterbacks. It's weird to see him go so high. Y'all are doing some weird stuff with these on my side of the draft board. La-da-da-dee-dee-dee-dee. Any other weird builds? 2571, but that's pretty normal. 2752. So he's only drafted one more wide receiver since he got Pittman, which was Gabe Davis. Of course it was. Drafted nothing but running backs, baby. We're going high T after the fact. And Njoku and Taysom Hill. It's good. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't mind that one. You Mad Bro sounds really familiar. I feel like I know him from DFS, but I'm not entirely sure. 3463. I think maybe a little early on Kirk Cousins, but I don't hate it. I'm personally not a fan of Cole Kmet. I'm not a fan of his tight end room. I'm going to be completely honest. Not a fan. But I like his player takes for the most part. Other than that, I got a Bijan. Okay. Hear this out. Earlier, I got Bijan, I got Drake London, and I got Kyle Pitts over on Underdog, where all these sharp drafters are. And I let him go past because his ADP was past where I was drafting. And I was like, I can't remember where it was, but I was like somewhere in the middle. Like, I was just like in the middle of the draft room. So I'm like, okay, he's like 6 picks past ADP. So he'd only be, 6 spots of value technically if I let him fall to me. And of course, somebody ends at the turn takes Darnell Mooney and Kirk Cousins. Now, I guess it technically wasn't a naked stack. Like, it practically was a naked stack that he just took that from, but it is what it is. Felix, I started my draft with Brees, A-Chain, and then added Najee as my third of 4 running backs, and I'm drafting. Nice, dude. It's very similar to what I'm doing here. Very similar. I'm sure you didn't get this weird tight end quarterback room that I got, but it is what it is. Man, a lot of wide receivers. I like going. Doom. I did want Malachi Corley. I think that dude's going to be a stud based on what I've seen so far. I'm going to take Jalen McMillan's. I needed to go Corley there, though. We're going to get Baker here. We're going all upside here. Now, if we're going rookies and we're going upside. What round is this? Round 18. So this is the plan right here. And if you're in my draft, good for you for taking my guy. This is what we're doing here. So 18, 19, 20, and it all moves up one if somebody gets selected. This is based off ADP, obviously. Or maybe it's not, it's my rankings. Okay. La da da dee 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 dee. Javon Baker, welcome to the squad. At this point, we need late season upside to compete against everybody else. I'm fine with my quarterbacks. I have Herbert and King and Allen, obviously studs, different bye weeks. We have Brees Hall, Taylor, and Najee for our main running backs. So 9, 12, and 14. So none of them even have buys very like that early. And we finish it off with Ray Davis, who, you know, we might have the job later in the season. Maybe James Cook has the ball and has the workload early. Maybe Ray Davis gets the late season workload. We have Kincaid and Kelsey at tight end. Different bye weeks, stud tight ends. Not mad at that either. And then at wide receiver, we have Chris Godwin, JSN, Josh Palmer. So not the greatest, 3-start, right? But they'll have some work, It'll be small, but they'll have some work. And then Rashid Shaheed, Jacoby Myers, Adam Thielen, Ricky Pearsall, Michael Wilson, some Malachi Corley, and Javon Baker. We're going to finish up with Jalen Hyatt, and my cat's squeaking the ball behind me. So if you can hear me, Devontae Walker. Oh, Devontae Walker goes off the board, so it'll be nice. Jalen Hyatt and Brendan Rice. What players have you moved up and down over the past 2 weeks? I moved Addison back up because I'm like, well, I'm not too worried about his suspension anymore because if Rashee Rice is not getting suspended, I'm like halfway tempted that Addison may not get suspended. And so I moved Addison back up just to be like a little bit ahead of ADP to get early shares of that before he gets moved back up. Who have I moved down? I feel like I moved somebody down because they were getting bad reports. I don't really remember, to be honest with you. Kendra, I moved down. I moved Kendra back like 20 spots. Are you okay, dude?
Yeah.
I'm not mad. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Is your back okay? Come here.
To my butt.
Your butt?
What did I slip on?
I don't know. Probably that blanket.
Really?
Maybe. No, not that. The puppy blanket. Maybe. I don't know. Dude, all I know is I saw you flying across the floor. I hope you're okay.
I think that I think it went like somewhere slided somewhere over there.
Oh, okay.
I think you're.
As much as I like Brendan Rice, I do have a lot of upside shots here now with Ricky Pearsall, Corley, Baker. Maybe we take somebody safe. Oh, yeah, we're going to take somebody from Buffalo.
Take action. Fun.
Give me Matt Collins. The dude doesn't eat anything but meat. That dog is going crazy back there. All right, so the team, I read most of it. Just add Matt Collins to it. if you're in here and you want to be in your team, you now need to be a Patreon subscriber because I don't feel like reading any teams unless they are. I'm going to read weird teams that are in my lobby. So this today, you get to be, if you have a weird team, I'm going to read it. Will P has 4 quarterbacks. So let's go ahead and read these 4 quarterbacks, 5 wide receiver, or 5 running backs, 8 wide receiver team, 3 tight ends. He ended up with Saquon Barkley, Jahmyr Gibbs, Stephon Diggs, George Pickens, Calvin Ridley, George Kittle, DeAndre Hopkins, Zamir White, Khalil Shakir, Javonte, Pat Freiermuth, Matthew Stafford, Quentin Johnston, Aaron Rodgers, Tyrone Tracy, Sam Darnold, Jalen McMillan, Jalen Tolbert, Gardner Minshew, Dawson Knox. This team's terrible, but I can see how it advances in a weird way. You get great seasons out of all of these wide receivers because they're going to need it. Your quarterbacks are producing just above average to have enough consistency, or I mean, you get no running upside by your 4 quarterbacks. Your wide receivers are fine. Your running backs are okay. You know, you got 2 good ones early. Zamir White, Javonte, it's not bad, right? So you got okay running backs. Your tight ends are they're tight ends. I'm not a fan of Kittle because of the amount of zeros you get. Pat Freiermuth, who knows? I mean, I think he's going to have some good work with Arthur Smith, and then Dawson Knox. He's just a flyer. He could have a couple good weeks. That's just what you need out of your 20th round. Somebody else drafted 4 quarterbacks. Who are you? J Tags. He also drafted 4 tight ends. He went Chase, Henry, Travis Etienne, Cooper, Rashad White, Deontay Johnson, Luke McConkey, Lad McConkey, Husker. So he drafted 4 tight ends late. He went Deshaun, Baker Mayfield, Derek Carr, Bo Nix. I mean, yeah. If you're that far behind, you kind of have to go that route. And then you drafted 4 tight ends. So you got Goddard, and then you got 3 late ones with Dulcich, Sanders, and Parkinson. You're literally hoping that you get some work out of every one of these guys. This will provide maybe a 1 week per person. Other than Jatavian Sanders is your best bet of having regular season work at a normal basis. All he has to do is be out Tommy Tremble, which apparently is tougher than it sounds. So, yeah, I hate your team too. You're not going. I don't have to worry about you. Let's see here. Is there anybody else with the weird team? 2792, 3683, 3593. 3764. Let's see your wide receivers. London, Metcalf, Kirk, Reed, Burton, Mims. Yeah, you're a little too light at wide receiver. One of those tight ends needs to be a wide receiver. Get rid of Komet and your Senate and your Kroll. Honestly, you could just rock 1 tight end with Bowers with this team. How bad it is. Everybody else seems to be normal blocks. I'm not going to read anybody else's team. Yes, I don't know exactly who I've moved up, who I've moved down, but it's been pretty much what the camp hype has been. I moved them up a couple, moved them down a couple. I do mine pretty early on Monday, Monday nights, pretty early on in the week. So it'll be based on that. I'm going to probably be doing it on my phone, so I might just every day put up the ranks on there. Just like from the daily updates, because now we're getting like daily updates every day, So I might be updating it every day, every morning on my own, and then at night times fully updating with everybody's news and stuff coming out. But haven't started that yet, so don't be looking out for it on the Patreon just yet. But if you guys could go ahead and hit the sub button, hit the like button. Yeah, we'll be back Monday with a ranks versus the lobby draft, which means I'm auto drafting. So if you feel that you have an edge versus my ranks, feel free. Well, I I'm not backing down. That's just what I do for content on Mondays. So if you think you have an edge, if you want to see my ranks, they're $5 over on Patreon. So then you could even have a bigger advantage of knowing what I'm going to draft next. I built a 3, 5, 10, 2, which was the one I won, the build that I won $1 million with. So if you feel like you can get advantage there, I'd say download my ranks, see what I'm drafting from. You can have them pulled up right next to me. You don't even have to put them up, upload them. It's totally up to you. But it's $5 to have exclusive interviews on there with people around the industry, a lot of fun people, and the greatest people. And then, free Yahoo League. If you do sign up, you get $200 of my hard-earned cash. Pretty much everything I'm currently making from Patreon is going back to the Patreon members, to one specific person. Whoever wins the tournament gets the whatever everybody else has put in. I just need it to show that for my wife that I should be able to continue doing this. And one, I enjoy the support, right? And I just want to give back. But at this current moment, it's all going to Jose, guys. If you are signed up for the Patreon, it is all currently going to Jose. So sign up for the Yahoo League so we have at least or 2 more people to sign up. We have 6 members. I don't know what y'all are doing. Just sign up. It's $5. You get a bunch of stuff. I'm sure you've spent $5 worse ways. I'm not giving that to you until it comes into the Patreon. That's pretty much how I did last year. Is like as soon as I made the money on Patreon, I just gave it to Dennis. So as soon as I get the money on Patreon to pay you, Jose, it's all yours. At this point, I guess, because no one else is setting up. We'll be back Monday, 9-ish p.m. We're going to start regular bedtimes for the kids starting next week. But they have school the week after. My son starts school in 2 weeks, guys. This is wild. So it's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun, y'all. Later. I want you to get more members of Patreon. Yeah, same here. I don't know what else I can do, man. I don't know what else I can do.